the decision has been made off camera that this floor, this attic floor, is also going to be... Hi, I'm Ryan and I am renovating a 15 grand house here in rural France. Now last week you saw my friend Nick and myself unblock the gutter outside this house that's been blocked for over a decade, and we did it in the pouring rain. And then we turned on the water for the very first time, and finally we went up to the second floor and started removing the original dirt floor. Now this week we are going to the local charity shop in order to buy some second-hand chairs and a table for our tea making facilities to make our life a little bit more comfortable while we're working here. And then we're gonna fix a proper tap to the wall in the kitchen just so that we can, well, make tea. And finally we're gonna continue up on the second floor, ripping out this dirt floor, and finally, said that already, but finally remove the ceiling in the second floor as well. It all needs ripping out and we need to crack on. We're going to be shopping for the house, buying the first ever furniture.
And why? And do you know why that is? Why is that, Ryan? Why? Because this morning I said, before we do anything, we need to have a good cup of tea.
Good cup of char.
So we're going to get a nice, sustainable table and chairs, a couple of nice cups, and then we're all good to go.
Yeah.
Tea's up.
And we can have like 5 teas.
Have you got the biscuits?
No biscuits, but I've got a toilet that flushes.
We want country style kitchen table and chairs.
Yeah, that's what we need, mate.
Or even just a little one of these, little table that we can just pop our cups on.
Yeah, let's keep looking.
Oh, there's some nice ones over there. These aren't my ones at home.
Oh, you like them?
These are like the littler ones.
They will get covered in stuff, yeah.
do.
Especially in a renovation.
Yeah.
These ones are alright though. Oh, what you fan? Oh yeah.
That's sort you right out.
15 for a coffee table. We get that.
I feel like Drew Pritchard.
You are.
Who's that? I've got my spectacles on now, let's get serious. Oh.
What have you got? Oh
Well,
yeah.
Ryan said it was going to be sunny today, so I think I should get these just in. This could be my eye protection for working.
That's you, mate. That's a bit of you.
But these are quite nice.
Yeah, get them. Back
In the car.
in the vehicle, and it was a complete failure. Disappointing, to be honest.
But plan B.
Plan B is next week
Will be sorted.
we'll have stuff. Whether you kind of see where we get it from or not, it doesn't matter. We're not going to steal it, but we'll find some stuff.
Just on the side of the road.
Yeah, no, seriously, we'll find some old furniture. I'll have a rummage round at home, and hopefully find a couple of tables and chairs to use temporarily for our tea making
Because that's
station.
exactly what it is. I didn't realise it needs to be. I was thinking we could get something and it's going to be in the house forever. This is just for us to be able to sit our tired, weary backs on and enjoy a cup of tea. So,
And the worst part is, it all comes down to price. So in there, a nice coffee table. It's not even nice. I mean, it's an old coffee table, but it's made of oak, but it's nothing special. It was €15, which in itself
didn't sound bad.
doesn't sound bad.
But when you had the 2 chairs which weren't that nice,
Which were also €15 each, all of a sudden
it starts adding up.
it's €45 for old, tired furniture that's outside. That area was outside. That's like the worst of the furniture is there. So quite disappointing. And yeah, I know it's for charity and all that, of course, it's a charity shop. Imos is a famous kind of charity in France, yeah. But the prices were
not reflective of the product.
Precisely.
There you go. We are at another shop. We are looking for plumbing bits so we can install the tap a bit more sturdier than what we did yesterday. So yesterday we just got it on, and we have these. This was actually the pipe that was just hanging out the wall, which I made a tap onto. So we're now going to go and get the proper fitting so we can actually screw it to the wall, and we'll have a nice secure robinet. Is it robinet?
Robinet, yeah, tap.
Robinet, tap in French.
Right, let's go.
Let's do it.
Just come out the shop, which is just closed, and we've got loads of supplies. Now en route to the house. So we're just back from the builder's merchants now, and we're going to tackle the tap. Let's go.
We're here in the kitchen, and the job, as Ryan has said, we went to the supply shop, we've got a few bits. I had an old tap within all my menagerie of stuff, so I've donated it to Ryan. What I'm going to do now is get a good fixing, or the best fixing I can get on this old wall, and then this will be a secure connection, because yesterday I just used a fitting which you'd only traditionally use on a plastic pipe, so it's onto a bit of rubber, which is, as you can see, it's a bit wafty, but what that meant was we could fire the water up and check that there weren't any leaks on the main arteries, the main feeds to the kitchen where we are now, and then the toilet area, and there wasn't, so it's good news. Now what we're going to do, as Ryan said, for a bit of comfort and also for practicality, on a building site you need running water, you need electricity, so we're getting there. All this is to put a temporary tap, which at a later date we can put in the utility room area or in that area, so it's not going to go to waste. In here is going to be the beautiful new kitchen, so just for now, as you can see, it's a little bit long in the tooth. This is the waste and this is the trap, which nowadays is like a plastic unit which catches all the nasties from the sink, and then it flows down here and it goes off to the waste outside where we cleaned out. We did the gutter, which was the side of the street waste, and then the main drainage, the dirty water from the toilet and the sink, so grey waste or grey water, all go through here, and we know it's all running smoothly. So we've made good progress. More importantly, we know where we're at, so let's get the tap on. I think before we get too carried away, we should really turn the water off, otherwise we're going to be having another shower like we got outside when we were doing the gutter. So now that the water's off, I'm going to remove my very temporary arrangement and go for something a little less temporary. So we'll just undo this, and then what I've got to do, we'll get a little bit of leakage just because there's water in the pipe. It only goes down, so there'll be a tiny drip. So this is the tap that I was talking of earlier, and this is the make do and mend that we had. So we are going to remove this. The next job is to put some thread seal tape or PTFE. Someone once said that was plumber's tape for everything, and I guess it is, because it just coats the threads. I don't have it with me. Next week I'm going to bring it up, so if we get onto some bigger plumbing jobs I'll need it. I've got the old fashioned, it looks like horsehair with the putty, which is fantastic, but for now we got a bit of PTFE, and that will just run around the threads, and then when I put it into the fitting, it'll stop the water creeping up the thread. So yeah, let's do it. Still feels quite baggy. Might have to go one more, yeah. All well done. Time will tell.
You've done it.
So now we are ready to turn the water back on. Chocks away. Here we go. So now we have an outside, it's just a normal tap, like a garden tap, and it's all good. I think it's good. Stop it dripping. Yeah, so that's brilliant. Look at that. No leaks. Beautiful. Good job. So onwards and upwards now. We've got running water, we've toilets all on, obviously Lecky's on. We're good to go. Let's do some work.
So we're now at the second floor and we're going to continue removing
The floor.
But before we do that,
We're going to go up. We're going to go up to come down.
We're going up to come down. The ceiling is going to come down. This is going to be very exciting. It's going to be dirty work. I need to mask up and get me gloves on, get me tools. Nick's ready to rock and roll, and he's even got the GoPro recording right now, so hopefully get some good footage for you watching at home. Nick, take it away.
Let's do it.
You got a license to do that, mate?
Okay, been working here long, have you? We've made a discovery. The ceiling that I just took down, as you saw, was very thin board. It used to be the old lath and plaster, those little lats which you can see where the marks on were. So at some time or another it got a bit of damage or someone chose to replace it, so they stuck that board on. So it was okay. But what we can see from doing that is exposed this bit of construction in oak. You can see these bearers all go into the outside wall, so this one, and this one. But where you're above the window, it's actually been notched into here. So these are all supported by this one bit which spans the top or the lintel of the window. Yeah, we can carry on. We're going to get the floor out, have a good clean up, and then we'll be able to see what repairs we've got to make. Oh, beautiful. So the floor is out. I'm standing here now and you can get a really good feel for what the room's like, what the wood's like. There are a few things that we hadn't noticed, but now it's really apparent what's happened. There was an earlier repair. Someone's tried to, with the original ceiling that was in, they've tried to do a bit of a repair to make good, and that's actually compromised the other bit, and that's why it snaps, hence the reason it came down, and where Ryan put the acro in is just holding it now. There's no weight there. So yeah, the next job really is to assess, give it a good brush up, have a look around, de-nail it. I de-nailed all the top as I was going, and then check the wood out and see how firm it is. But I'll show you upstairs, and you can see it from up there. It's pretty cool. Okay, so we're on level 2, second floor. It's all gone. All the mud's gone, all those horrible bits of planky wood. I de-nailed the top as we were going. We need to have a clean up, but we can now see, as we said from downstairs, we can see a little bit more of the wood. There is some damage in places. The little bits around the edge need a bit of further investigation just to see the extent of, or the condition of all these bearers. Worst case scenario, we're into replacing them. Best case scenario, we keep them and we just straighten up the floor that's there. And on the ceiling in here, it's just going to have a good brush, and again then we can investigate the condition of the existing wood. I'm going to pop upstairs, I'll talk with Ryan about it. We're going to pop up there and have a look, and just have a see from upstairs if we can look down, just have a look at these edges, because now there's a bit of light coming where we took the ceiling down. We might get a better view, so let's go and have a look. We're at the very top of the house now, and we can see down, we've had a little sneaky peeky from now where the daylight is actually coming up through all these boards, and it does look pretty scary, but it's always been there. It is secure, but there are a few areas which are a bit damaged, and we've just been saying that really, I think Ryan's comes to the decision as well that we could do with having a real proper usable floor, so it's going to be an actual livable space if need be.
Indeed, Nick. So the decision has been made off camera that this floor, this attic floor, is also going to be coming out. And the reason why is because it's either now or never. As we're removing the second floor, it's wise to remove the grenier floor at the same time because we're going to be making a mess. But the end result will mean that the attic will be a modern, comfortable space, whereas now the floor is very shanky,
bit dicey,
dodge,
bit dodge.
Yeah, so there you go. If you drop a coin, it might end up on the second floor as it stands, which is not good. Well, technically it'll end up on the first floor right now because there is no second floor. So
in the long term, what it means is you could have a proper office, you could have a space, whatever floats your boat, whether it's a gym, an office space, just a nice relaxed area, a bedroom. It's a beautiful, you can see all this beautiful woodwork. It's just such a usable, good space.
We're making this house, how would the French say it? Beautiful. Formidable. Magnifique. And on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you now. And thank you very much, Nick, for your hard work today.
No worries.
We managed to get the tap in the kitchen, so we now have running water in the house itself. So we're one step closer to having the tea making facilities in place while we're working, which is something that
it's kind of milestones. It's like toilet, tea, bit of work.
Precisely. Yeah. So and
we're
now
reaching our goals.
We are slowly but surely. And now the second floor is up. Mm-hmm. Not all of it, of course, just one section, but one job at a time.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about.
Every little step.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, I am helping more off camera. Like sometimes I'm holding the camera and I can't help at the same time. I'm not just watching Nick work.
No,
is probably what I should say, because some people will jump to conclusions, Nick.
Possibly the wrong ones, because it's all teamwork, and in teamwork you're all pulling at the same rate. So I've never felt like I'm doing more than you, Ryan. So.
Oh, thank you, mate.
And vice versa. I guess.
Well, but you are the brains.
Don't know about that.
Well,
we complement each other.
There you go. That's exactly.
Until the next time.
Well said. Anyway, I'll see you next week.
Bye.